Alright, holy cow, it is a little after midnight. I think this is my 5th video part for the day. Kind of wild. Well, actually, technically, we're in the next day now. But I kind of have a second win, and I wanted to try and get a little bit done here. So let me load up the game and get acclimated, as I am generally wanting to do. Okay, so we have items, magic, and equipment. I know this all work. We don't have any of the submenus or the data updating for these, for the submenus or these. I could crank out, get status. Formation, we're going to need to make this focusable. I might, maybe I make these cards into a button, and that way it'll make it easier to focus on them. What I also can do in the meantime, so anything that's not, that I don't have implemented, I can select them and then go to disabled. You can see with my theme, it grays them out, and now in the game, and I think it should update right away, I can't press on them. I can focus them, but I can't press on them. So that prevents me from crashing the game while I'm just testing this out. So I feel like equipment or items, because we don't even have magic implemented. Alright, I think here's the plan. Here's the plan for right now. I'm going to make a little list. We're going to go below all this stuff. So one, we need to load player data into main menu and its submenus. Well, no, we don't really need the submenus, but... And then I want to load inventory into items submenu. And then we want to do equipment menu. Yeah, I think that'll be a nice goal. That might be a little bit too much for right now, but we can definitely get the top two done and probably start on the third. So loading player data into main menu. What I mean by that is I want to load that into these info bars or whatever they're called. So that is, let me close what I don't need. We have submenus. Alright, that's on the left side. We have this player's menu. Player menu card, that's what it's called. So, excuse me. As I said before, if I make this into a menu, then I can use my existing, or if I make these into buttons, then I can make this into a menu. And I can use all the functionality that comes with that. And these already have focus entered and exited. That's something that is unique to control, so it doesn't matter if it's a button or not. But the button will give us the pressed, which is what we want. I could simulate it, I could code that manually, but I think if we take a look, let's we can put menu in here. If we look at that, it's pretty much dependent on the children being buttons. We could modify it to work with non-buttons, but generally a menu, it's going to have buttons, right? So let's look at player menu card. And watch this. It'll be crazy if it works. I'm going to make sure I copy this in case that gets reset. What we're going to do is right-click this, change type. It's going to be button. And let's look at the rect. Everything's saved. I do have to update. Oh, it doesn't even have a script. So that's not an issue right now. You can see nothing changed there. Worked like a charm. And so now we can interact with that player's menu. And that's going to be below options. So grab that. I guess that would be the sub menu. Yeah, for this. And so we do that. I think when we call that, we are connecting it automatically. So that means I can do things like, it's going to be players, so it's going to be on players button pressed. I actually don't want the focused, but I think I have to make it, it's going to be used anyway. And maybe we'll need it. So we do that, we do button, base button, button. Alright, so we have those signals, and so now we can interact with that. And also down here, we want to do sub menu dot grab, or sorry, button focus. Yeah. So sub menu button grab focus, or sub menu being players. We do need code here because we need to move the cursor. Does this need other? Forget if this takes arguments here. Beautiful, it just takes one node. Love it. So we do need that. That worked out well. Now button press, that's when we're going to we need to animate the switching of them. So when you press 1, we're going to like maybe bump it out. And then we move our cursor. If we press another one, we want to animate the swapping of the two. And then we're going to code in the actual swapping of the position in the scene tree. Before we do that, we really need to load in the player data so we have a more accurate visual representation going on. And that will do up in field menu, I believe. So here, for player info. So player menu card is going to need functionality. Let's give it a script. Menu card. Keep wanting to say info card. That's what we did for the battle. I want to change the name of these. Well, I don't really want to. Like, those might be the mini ones, the original ones I made, and then the new ones would be just the standard. But we'll call it a player menu card for now. And So we're going to have a set player. Okay, that's going to be this. I think we do want to store the player, so we'll make it that. Battle actor, our player. Oh man, I can tell I'm feeling the hour here. I'm just a little bit subdued in my thoughts here, but I think we're moving along all right. That's probably more in my head. As with any set function, generally you want to set that at the top, you know, the thing that it's named after. And then we want to plug in that data. So if we look at the card, we're going to need some references here. So the player GUI, I believe, has... Let's see, so we would override this stuff, and this would need to be in a function. So we'll have to modify that. For right now, I'm just going to worry about the text-based things, and we'll get the images later. Alright, player menu card. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close these so I don't try working on the info card by accident. Alright, set player. And so we do that and then we update. So we need the HP stuff. Let's see how we have this set up. Let's see if this matches, if this is monospaced. It's not. This is not a monospaced font. So to keep this aligned, you know, I don't really care if they're not sharing the same space. You know, we can do something like that. Alright, cool. We have that. So we just need to grab references to these two and a few other things. So let's do that now. HV label. You can just type it, it'll show up if you named it right. So so with HPMP we have the name. Oh, we have name 2, 3. Oh, I didn't rename those. That's actually level. HP. So I'll change this level. Name. That's that, and then status effects. Are there any other things I need to grab there? We will need the player GUI. Name status effects. I'm just doing it in the order that I see it in the scene tree. That helps me to keep it organized. Alright, so we have our references. For starters, we can do so hp.text equals player. It's going to be string player.hp plus do that, the divider, string player.hp max. Copy the same thing, just swap out for MP here. Name .text equals player.name. Forgot we don't need these underscores. So we are saving player. That looks a little bit cleaner. Name, status effect. Let's just clear status effect for now. To do implement. We have player GUI. I'll just comment that out. Level.text. Player.level. And also, we need to check if that's null. But I think if it's null, we're not going to worry about resetting that. We're just going to do this. If not player, actually, sorry. We do want to set that either way. And we do if player, we do this. Else, we're going to set modulate.a to 0.0. And up here we have to make sure that that is always 1.0. So that way, well, doesn't matter. Maybe we'll just hide it. I think for now we can. The only reason that would mess up, now we're going to keep it that way because we might have gaps in our party, depending on how the player wants to organize their party. So we have that, and now we need to go to field menu, I think. Yeah, and here we do player menu info.set player. That's going to be data.party. Actually, no, I don't like that. We're going to do for I in range. Players.size. It's going to be our player menu info player menu card. And then we can do data.party I. Do I want to fill these with null? I think I do. So the empty party members will be null. That's going to make these checks easier. So if I send through a null value, then it's just going to hide it. So run players.size. That's wrong. Players. Missing a parenthesis. What? Set player and base nil. So player menu card. Oh, I never grabbed this. It's going to be players. Oh. Let's just do this. So that's players dot get buttons. I'm going to do players dot size. This will be players I. Okay. Looks good. We didn't implement class names, so that is understandable. I better get that reference though while we're here. Class, that's going to be, I think, right here. Just call it that for now. Alright, so we have that. Need to check on levels. Are we setting levels? Go to party. I think so. Let me see. Maybe not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be 6 arguments. I'm not setting the level, so I'll tell you what. Let's make them. Level's going to be 1 by default instead of -1. So that makes sense logically. All right, so level pops up. We do have to fix that text. It needs to be. Rerun that. That should update it. All right, cool. I can get class name implemented. That's going to be an enumerator. And I don't think I need to name it. We'll just do like warrior, thief, white mage, black mage. What else is there? There's like a monk. We're just gonna roll with that for right now. And I think I'm just gonna manually set these 2 for now, like we're doing here. Party 0. Dot. We need to make a variable for that. Class. Oops, can't use class. It's called a job. And equals 0. So it'll be warrior by default. Make that more specific. We have a warrior, and we'll change the second index to. It's going to be job equals battle actor dot thief. And then we can use that in the player menu card. And class name will equal. Sorry, we do have to index these, or not index it, but we have to name that enumerator. Just call it jobs, and I have to update data. Just put jobs there, and looks like I have to do a reload. Didn't like the way I was doing things. Man, green tea's good. Alright. Oh, come on. Is something broken in this? Yeah, we have to do jobs. There we go. That should update all of this. And you know what I might do? Let's make a third party member. Nah, I don't really care about that right now. So we were in player menu card. We wanted to put in the class name. So now it's going to be actor dot. What the hell do we call that? So it's going to be jobs dot values. There's a way to convert that. Just use a dictionary. I'll look that up real quick because I believe there's a built-in way. So if we do like enum convert to text, I might have even gotten it already in my code. Let me check my stuff here. I feel like I remember seeing that. Dictionary random. Maybe not. And I better put Godot in here. La, 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 la. String. This is what I was looking for. Although, I'm not sure that that's always going to be in order like that, but maybe it will. We'll give it a shot. We'll go back here. It's going to be jobs. So you convert that to keys, and then we get, it's going to be player.job. So keys are the strings in the enumerator, or rather it converts all of these to strings, and then we're choosing the string that lines up with that index. Like so. Now we need to fix the alignment on these. I don't know what happened there. Min size 100, that's 100. Was the other one just expanding beyond that? Is that what I was saying? Because of the class name. I mean, we do have that extra room. Yeah, what is... I'm trying to think exactly what's happening. Are we just not aligning right? All that and status effect, they must... I think size flag. Shrink n. Align right, maybe? Does that fix it? Interesting. Hide that. Alright, so the longer pushes that out. Alright. Back to where we were. Pushes that out. So all I have to do, theoretically, is give this extra room. We want to make sure that this fills that. And we're going to apply that to this and that. Oh, vertical. That's a bit too much, huh? So I'm actually going to decrease that. Let's try 120. That's still too much. I don't know, I kind of liked it how we had it. I don't remember the value we had, but that looks right. Or maybe not. I think we had 100, yeah. The problem is we just don't have enough room for class name, but I think what we have to do is decrease the space here. Let's do this. No. Do that, and then the right needs some separation. So we can do that, and And I think we now want to change this to right aligned. Maybe not. Let's bring this in just a little bit now. Is that not enough? Yeah, so we should have enough room now. See it. Although, they're going over there now. I think on the main size flag, we don't want to fill. That should fix that. There we go. Yeah, now these are just a little bit too far apart. Just weird because they're not like that in this one. Let's check out our field menu. Yeah, they do seem further apart, don't they? Maybe it's just an optical illusion. We'll roll with it for now. The main thing is that these things are updating. The cards, at least. I think what I want to do here is... Oops. Get that color in. Maybe it's a bit too bold. Items should be easy. Should be. Submenu items. That we just loop through the inventory. So what I'll do here is extend that script. We're gonna call, yeah, submenu items. Oops. Just get that reference. And I don't think we need top middle. Get rid of that on this. Set submenu to items. Submenu items. We also need to update items. Like for button in items not yet buttons. No, we need I for I and range. For item button. Buttons. So we're going to loop through each item. And we're going to align it with the inventory. I think we have a script, or we didn't make it yet. Function set item. Item equals item. And then we have to update our text. And the quantity, which we're going to need a reference to quantity.text equals item, string item.quantity. And so we have set item, which we can call here. Var item equals data.player inventory I. Data.player inventory I. No, we have a function for that. I don't know why it's not showing up. We want do we not have get item by index? So we have that. We call it here get item. Oh, I really don't know why it's not showing up. By index I. So that will return null. Actually, I didn't put that there. We have to do if n is less than items.size, then we return items n, else we return null. You don't have to put else there. It's assumed because we return here, otherwise we go there. And is there anywhere else I can put that? Alright, so we go back, get item by index. That should be it. We do item button dot set item. Let's test it out. Item.name on base nil. Oh, whoops, forgot to do a null check. If item. Make sure we show it. Else hide. So we're going to check the menu. We can see, oh, we do have the potion. I can go ahead and fix the layout of that. I think it's because we have that vertical shrink center on. It is that. So I'll turn that off, but I will do an override on this. We just need a little bit more to balance it out. Alright. So we have a potion. Now if I go to the shop, okay, it's crashing. Oops, that's a typo. I love typo errors because that's an easy fix. Alright, so we go to the shop. We're gonna maybe buy something. Get equipment and slot on base nil, so player is not. Let's update this because we were assuming it wouldn't be null. Guess we can do this. If not player, we continue. We might not have talked about continue in this series yet, but continue just says, hey, this index isn't working for us, go to the next one. So we just advance and try again. That should fix that. Although we are seeing characters, is that correct? Alright, so I buy some items. We go to sell, we can see they're in there. I'm going to buy some more. Let's balance it out. Make sure we have one of everything at least. We can see it represented in here. Now we go to our main menu, items. Okay, it's not updating, and that's because we have to update this every time we load it. The submenu items. This is actually going to be show, I think. Now mark visible to true. This would be funny if this works. I think, let's do enable on. Let's keep it like this. So we pass that through, and then we do if on. We want to make sure we're updating our inventory. Let's give it another go. Feel confident. Buy a bunch of items here. See it's in there. Go here. Oh yeah. We have a working inventory. Let's go to the shop. Let's buy some multiple quantities. Go back to our main menu. Look at that, they updated. Beautiful. I love how automatic everything is. Now, part of me feels like we need to connect these items to the inventory, maybe. Or I can just manually update them. That might be the way to go. Let's see. I can probably even, without closing that, I can keep that running and we can get some additional functionality. Let's uncomment that or underscore that. What's wrong here? Method not found on what node? Oh, submenu items. So we need that. It's telling us we need that. Options button pressed. I feel like what I maybe need to do here is just have an empty function for that. And just pass. Don't worry, I'm not missing that. Okay. Save that. Should get rid of those errors. So use function. Actually, go back. We just want to copy that. That's like our template. We have that. And we want to match the button.text. So we do use, pass, sort, pass, and was it remove? Yes. We use, we want to do sub menu dot button focus, and we will retain the index we had on that. Sort, that's to do. Probably way later, because that's just so low priority. But maybe I don't need to put it down. Okay, and remove. Do. Actually, it's going to be submenu. What we can do is. Actually, we're going to need. States. No, we'll just do this. So views, sort, remove. And now we can do button dot get index. Do this. Use and move. Sort. So we hit use or remove. You can see we focus. We don't have. Why is that not working? When items button focused. Yeah, we need that. Okay, we really need that. Let's see if I can just grab it from here. Be below that. All I want to do is that for now. We also want to update the description. Now, do these all have a description? I guess they do, but they're going to be in different positions. We're going to be using that a lot, so it should probably be in. Let's see. I think in the field, not in the field menu, but the full screen GUI. We're going to do something like export var. It's going to be cursor, not cursor, description, path. It's going to be a string. And on ready var description. Wait, oh, sorry, that's wrong. It's going to be get node or null description path. I think in the shop GUI we're probably, yeah, so we're going to change up how we handle that. We're actually going to get rid of that. And we do leave that. It's just I have to actually, we have to save these. It should be fine now. Let's see. Description's right there. Shop GUI. I don't know why that's not updating. There we go. And then what we have to do. Do I want to do it that way? I don't like using exports for node paths. We'll give it a shot. Why is it not showing up in my submenu? So that's why I don't like using those exports. So we're not even going to bother with that. Let's get rid of this crap. Shop GUI, I'm gonna. We don't want that. We just want this. And the description equals that. So we're just going to do it in there. That way we only have to declare description once. We do it once, and we set it here, and that should be fine. Field menu. So back to, what is it, sub-menu items. I don't want to do this. Data.items, button.text, dot description. We don't need to go there. We can just use it. Yeah, do description.text. Well, it works. I think we want to do description. And make sure we clear the text. We use that in shop GUI now. Is there a typo? Okay, this is in the wrong node. You can see it clears by default now. And we're going to add another bit of functionality to this. To do that, we also want to do description. Clear that text. If description. Cool. See how it clears when I go back? That's good. Equipment. We haven't made the script for this yet. So that's to be expected. So items, we go to item, we click on use, and then we have to pick a target. Which for that, I'll probably send that up to this menu. and target the sub menu maybe. We could make a copy of it. Make a copy of it, then we can, when we hit an item, we pick the target. It just looks like the previous. Now let's try coming back here. No, then we have all this crap. We don't really want that, do we? Make a custom setup. It could be in a grid, maybe. So we hit the item. We need to hide this function. What's this? Guessing because I just didn't have it put in yet. So we have that. What we want to do is get the item. It really, I don't know why I don't use that up here. And we press it. I think what we don't want to do is send it up to field menu. Call selected. Alright, so field menu needs to receive that. So what it's going to do is submenus, items, right? Did I make that a numerator? Yeah. Dot hide. Now we don't want to reset it, we just want to hide it. And we want to focus on our submenu. From there, we need to wait for either UI pressed OK or UI cancel, which they can handle. So what we'll do is var item small. We store that. Players button is pressed. No. So these are player menu card. Get player. So we'll call get player. That's player menu card, set player, function get player. We're returning a battle actor, return player. This should be null. So we get the player. Come to think of it, we haven't enabled items yet. But for now, we will do player.heal hurt. So we selected item.power. In this case, it's going to be, yeah, positive or negative based on that. Then we do F move. So we remove one quantity of that, and then we want to go back to if selected item that else information. Do that. Selected item. Oops, null. To do need other item functionality. Oh, can I type like status effect changes? Don't mind the typos. I know what I'm saying. That's all that matters. So that, and then we need to do .show, and we want to grab focus on the same, which I think I can handle. If I can find my script. It's not submenu items we want. Field menu. Do whatever, we can just get it twice, I don't care. We do that, and then we want to do submenu.grab or button focus. So we're going to grab that potion. Get button, get index, not description. Only strings can be used as an index. Oh, that's get item. Just copy that. So all looks good. Alright, so I want to use a potion. Get item at index. No? Let's check the inventory. Get item by index. Let's change that to add. Well, these are all by. So we'll stick to that for now. I don't like that though. It really should be at. Alright, so we click on that. You can see we focus to these. If I hit enter, remove item. I'm having issues with my inventory here. What do I have to call this? Can I find it? Oh, we find it, we return the int. Get item by name. You know, I don't really need that. Because here we can now do that equals find new item. Oh, -1. Let's update find. Just gonna return the item. R. Make it a custom find. Return as n if n not equal -1, else null. Bro! Bro! Yeah, I'm definitely getting loopy. Remove item, item. Can just do this. Could do the name. We didn't get that working. Let's do if find item. Then we do that. This needs a quantity. I know I'm probably not explaining in great detail right now because I'm getting tired. So just, drop a comment if you have any questions. We're doing our best right now at 1:30. Alright, potion, we use it. It's still effing, pardon my language, breaks. It's because there's no item. And go back to field menu. And field menu. We show it, but sub menus. Dot. We can do an inventory check. If data.player inventory dot empty. It's not empty, or if it's empty, isn't this its own thing? What? Did I not give it a class name? It's alright. It'll be a field submenu equals this. Alright, so we have that. So if it's empty, we want to focus on its top menu. Else. I think the submenu needs to handle this. From make that. Put that in there, and then we get rid of all these. That way the field menu doesn't have to know too much about how it's working there. We just know we want to go back to it. Let's see what happens. Use that item. Oh, beautiful. The only thing it didn't work is the item button is not updating. So if we look at the shop GUI, I think what I do is I connect to the inventory, maybe. Let's grab this. Grab that connection code. Make that a function. Alright, cool. Save that. Go to submenu items. And player inventory item updated. Item. I don't know if we need those arguments. We do need the index because we have to update the button. No, I don't think we want to do that. Don't think that's the way to go. I think these item buttons need to connect to the inventory, right? No, I don't like that either. Let's go back to what we were thinking here. We can just call it get buttons. We do index. Dot set item. Item button with quantity. We just make sure that updates. So we don't want to see that potion. It's still there. So that's not good. That does update when we exit out. If I reload, we don't get anything back. And this we need to do an inventory check. Pass. Do the error sound. Okay. So we use that. Man, why is this not updating? Are we not receiving? Right, I used it. We're not getting that. That's because we're not emitting that signal. We can call this. Which it looks like we were. Item N. Aha. If item and item quantity is greater than 0. That should fix that. Use that. What? Get out of town. Get out of town. Get out of town. I don't know why it's not going away. Just print the item. Oops. Let's just try printing the item then. A lot of null. Doesn't really help. Print item name. Just print item. Let's see if we're receiving that. We're not, because I'm not calling it. We're never connecting. Like a dingleberry. Now we should get the action. Perfect. That's what I like to see. We getting here? Grab focus can't. This control can't grab focus. Set focus mode. Because that's wrong. Let's use button focus. I think we handle up here anyway, but I'll still call it. So we use that. That's good. Close out of that. It's magic looking. It's like I got stuck in it. I think it's because Magic doesn't have a script yet. So these need to be menus. We're getting there. So load inventory into items, load player data done. Equipment menu was the last, and the third thing that I kind of wanted to tackle. Check this menu again. Yeah, those are loading in. We just need the character art to load in as well. Equipment is going to look very similar to the items menu script. I can get rid of this. We don't need that window behind those either. So I don't need that open right now. I don't think I need that. What I do want is submenu equipment. I'm going to take a look at this real quick. Check the script. We're going to extend that. Let's look at submenu items. I don't think we need that. We do want options button pressed. And for these, I will choose a string. So we have what? Equip. We have move. Optimize. It's going to be now button.text. Make sure this line up. Equip. Let's make change optimal to optimize. That way these are all verbs, they're all actions. And equip, organize, remove, or optimize. Remove. So equip, when we click equip or remove, we want to go down to this menu. That's the equip menu, so we need a reference there. Do that. I guess we can just call it equipment. Oh crap, we can do submenu. Button focus. Be options, right? We already set options. Field submenu. They're already doing that. We don't need to call that. Do need to set that. We can focus it there. Let's do equip test equipment for specific chosen player. Bumper. I think that's what they call it. Left shoulder. And wrap. Alright, wrap eyes build in. It's gonna be player index plus direction 0, and it's gonna be data.party.size. We're wrapping it between 0 and party size based on that direction. I do have to add those inputs. I don't think anything like that exists, so we'll do left shoulder, right shoulder. And for now, these keys are going to be you know what they can be. We'll just do I guess the brackets for now. This might need to go up higher. And fully load, possible cyclical. That's weird. Let's do a reload, save and reload. Hopefully that fixes that. Maybe. Equipment, submenu equipment. Looks like it did fix that error. Nice. Yeah, I think that player index, I'm gonna make a note. Submenu player index wrapping should probably be on a higher level node like sub as this will be needed on various submenus. Alright, so we're gonna fix that later. I'm gonna log off. I'm pretty wiped. It's almost 2 a.m. here, so yeah, hopefully I was relatively cognizant. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great night, and thank you for watching.